technical analysis starting on the daily time frame. We have our daily upper zone over here, daily mid-range zone, and then our daily lower zone as well. Now let's talk about push and exhaustion. Let's talk about price action. Let's simplify the complicated. All right, so this is the push to the downside. This is exhaustion. We saw a continuational move to the downside, breaking previous lower low. Price came up for exhaustion again and then failed to make a continuational move to the downside. Why? Because it failed to break what previous lower low. Because continuational move should always break what previous lower low to the downside. All right, so we can definitely deduce that price found buy pressure early here to the upside. So how are you going to know that price sometimes will not break previous lower low? I think I'll go into further details once you join into or once you join my mentorship program. Okay, that's where I go into details and explain certain things in the market. For instance, how price failed to break what this previous lower low to the downside. All right, so what are we seeing here on the daily time frame? We are seeing that price has failed to break previous lower low. That's number one. And then we are also seeing what a very nice reversal candle. This is what a morning star candle confirmation. Okay, yes, so every candle confirmation that you see on a higher time frame is a push. Okay, this phenomenon, be it an engulfing candle close, be it a pin bar, and then be it a morning star that we are seeing over here, or an evening star, it is called what? A push, because every time frame has its own push and then exhaustion cycle. All right, so this morning star that you are seeing over here, once we go to the 4 hour time frame, you're going to see it as what? A push. But let's say if this candle was supposed to be, or this, if this candle was on the 4 hour time frame, you could have picked entry here to the upside. But because this candle is on the daily time frame, okay, we cannot pick an entry straight away over here, because every time frame has its own push and then exhaustion cycle. So if you understand that every time frame has its own pushes and exhaustion cycle, you know how to deal with certain things like this. All right, so on this daily time frame, there's only one place that price can move before any reversal happen again. All right, so price will definitely move over here to touch it what mid-range zone again before a possible change in direction, or if it will break, then it has to break. Okay, yes, so for now the only place that we can predict the market to at the moment is to its mid-range zone. Okay, so we do not know what is going to happen at the mid-range zone over here unless price tells us something once it gets there. Okay, so the only thing that we can predict now is what? This move to the upside over here due to this morning star candle confirmation, and also due to the failure of sellers to break this lower low over here. Now let's move on to the 4 hour time frame and then have a closer look as well. All right, so this is the 4 hour time frame on good. 4 hour time frame on good, and then look at something over here. This is very simple. Look at something over here. Right, so we have our 4H upper zone and then we have our 4H lower zone. So I think last Friday or yesterday we took an entry here to the upside in the VIP channel. You guys are aware of that. Okay, yeah, so we knew price was not going to break what previous low. So as I said, there are a number of reasons why price sometimes fails to break previous low. All right, so yes, so this is the 4 hour time frame, and as I said, this is our 4H lower zone, this is our 4H upper zone. All right, so this is that morning star candle confirmation that we saw on a daily time frame. So this whole move over here is what? The morning star candle confirmation. And remember, I told that candle confirmations on higher time frame are considered as a push once we come to lower time frame, and then that is exactly what we are seeing over here. Okay, this move to the upside over here is a push. Okay, so once there's a push, there's going to be what? An exhaustion before an entry to the upside. Okay, so this is going to be our second entry. We'll take our second entry over here to the upside. All right, so let me just clear this first entry off. Very good. And then let's talk about the second entry that we are going to take. Okay, so we are going to have a setup like this. Very nice. We're going to have a very nice setup of this sort. Okay, very nice setup of this sort. All right, so we are going to wait patiently for price to come back for exhaustion, back to retest this level again before we can find entry to the upside. Okay, so this as I said is going to be our second entry on good to the upside. Probably I might give this signal as a free one. All right, so there are only two things that can make this setup invalid. Number one is that if price continues to move to the upside, because we can clearly see that this is what a very strong bullish momentum. So price may not come back for exhaustion, and then we will see a continuation move to the upside. But once that happens, this setup will become invalid. Number two is that if price decides to come back for exhaustion, and then we do not see confirmations here, okay, we do not see price action confirmation, we do not see fundamental direction as confirmation, okay, this setup will become invalid as well. All right, so these are the two things that can happen, that price or this setup will become that will make this setup invalid. All right, so that is it for good analysis. If you haven't joined my Telegram channel, go to my profile. The link of my Telegram channel is there. Click on it, join, and give me signals every day absolutely for free without any charge. All right, so peace. I'm out. On to the next chat. We are going to be doing analysis a whole lot this weekend, so you guys should watch out.